Dr. H over at AAN Collect with Dr. H Breaks on this beautiful Thursday, July 9th, summer evening in central New York. We will be breaking 2026 Topps Finest Hobby, and we will be doing our buyer appreciation break that I've been posting about several times over the last several weeks. So that will be breaking the 2020 Topps Gallery box, plus I'll be giving away hopefully many of those cards up on the rack there. We'll be randomizing those to each one of the 10 spots as well. Included in that are some pretty neat cards, including a few Judge and Ohtani cards. Got a Chandler Simpson auto in there. I'm giving away a Juan Soto case hit. That's card number 24 over here. We got a hanger box of Topps Series 2. And hopefully, obviously, we hit some big cards out of that Topps Gallery box, including 2 autos. With the Topps Finest break, I'll be giving away a Project 70 card randomly to the people participating in that break. That's what we'll start with tonight. And then we'll do the free break. And I may have some time for some personals tonight, too. We'll see, depending on how long this goes. And that may include some Topps Finest megas that they have here in the shop. So we'll see how that is later today. There are some NIL cards in this break, in the Topps Finest break. Just so you guys know, I'm going to base it on the Beckett checklist. So if you guys see the link that I provided, I think on one of the previous links to the Beckett checklist, you can check it out there. I'll make a note of it though, just so you guys can see. There's a group of finest personality autographs, some of which are assigned teams, some of which are not. So I'm basing it off of that. Michael Kay is not a New York Yankee, and on this checklist. And John Kruk is not a Philly either. So I'm going to base it on this just to be fair. Obviously, if there's a team assigned, it'll go to that team. If not, then it will be randomized at the end per my little sign up here talking about randomizing the NIL teams to the buyers. What's up, Anthony? How are you, buddy? So that will be the order we do things in today. Hopefully we hit some big cards out of Topps Finest. It's been kind of a mixed bag from what I've seen. I've seen some boxes where you don't get much in the way of autos, and I've seen some boxes where, they pull the Yamamoto Superfractor and an Ohtani to 25. So you never know what you're going to hit, obviously, when you do these things. So my plan will be to hopefully run this back at some point. What's up, Sean? How are you, buddy? My plan would be to run this back hopefully at some point. I'll talk to you guys a little bit about what I have planned going forward. I will be off next week, out of town, hopefully. And that following week I may be able to break then. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I probably will be posting breaks too, just so you guys can start claiming teams ahead of time, even though I won't be running next week. I'll make that abundantly clear when I go and post those. But do have some fun stuff we'll talk about a little bit later. So yeah, Anthony wants me to pull some Yankees. He's very excited. He got the Yankees randomized in the Topps Finest break. Poor Yankees fans, you're locked every week. I'm sorry, but got to make it fair. Got to have some chase teams. So this was the list of our teams for the Topps Finest break. Brewers, Padres, Pirates, Reganis, Mariners, Phillies, Rangers, Bell, A's, Twins, Guardians, Machete, as well as Tigers, Rays, and Marlins. Angels, Cubs, Rockies, Duncan. Reds, Braves, Yankees, Bell. Royals, Nationals, Blue Jays, Gaffney. Red Sox, Giants, Astros, Gerardo. Mets, Dodgers, Cardinals, Krager. White Sox, Orioles, D-backs, Reganis. Cardinals have a chance to be big in this product. Blue Jays have a chance to be big in this product. two teams I was kind of surprised didn't get selected, but that's okay. Actually, a lot of good teams in this product because there's a lot of nice autos from retired players and things. So that's why I didn't go locking like the Cardinals for JJ Weatherholt. I just stuck with the Dodgers and the Yankees for the Judge and Ohtani autos, obviously, as well as other players on those teams, but mainly those two. But a lot of nice autos, some no names. We'll see what we hit tonight. So we'll go ahead and give it a start, guys. Hopefully more people come in and say hello as we go here. We'll do, like I said, the Topps Finest first. And we'll work our way to the free buyer appreciation break. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Topps Finest. It's actually one of my favorite products of the year. I like the cards a lot, typically. There's a ton of inserts, ton of different autos. The base set checklist has, I think, about 350 players. There are cards that are considered common, uncommon, rare, and then for this product this year, they also added super rare. So, and they all look a little different too. So you'll kind of see that as we go ahead and break this. So there's only 6 packs, empty box. Let's hit some big cards. We'll start on the left. Good luck, guys. They do have some happy boxes here in the shop. If anybody's interested, they also have some megas. I opened a box of mega myself last night. It was pretty nice. I ended up with a Savage to 250. I got a nice Mazeroski in that. I got some other numbered cards. I got a mini diamond of I think it was Mike Trout. So it wasn't a bad box for the $70+ they cost. So here we go, guys. Good luck. We got Drew Gilbert, rookie for the Giants. This is common. So the green paint on the back, those are your common cards. I'll point out a few of these as we go. We got O'Neal Cruz for the Pirates. We got Connolly Early, common for the Red Sox. Kyle Tucker, common for the Dodgers. What do we got back here? We've got Chase DeLauder to 275 for the Guardians. We got a DeLauder rookie. That's a nice hit. 20 out of 275 for the Guards. This is going to be common. You can see it up there. Usually you get several numbered cards in these boxes and 2 autos, like I said earlier. Hopefully 2 autos, right? All right, behind that we had Zach Wheeler. Wheeler was an uncommon, so the blue is uncommon. Behind him we have a Team Finest Max Fried for those New York Yankees. Colson Montgomery rookie. This is going to be a rare, I believe. Yeah, Colson Montgomery rare. And behind that is a JJ Weatherholt X-Fractor. And is this one of our autos? It is not. It is a Ryan Ritter on the uncommon. So not bad so far, guys. Not bad. This is a common, not numbered. For the Cards. Not a bad start. Colson Montgomery on the rare. 1 Yankee so far, Anthony. 1 so far. All right, guys, first pack. Second pack. Oh, got a patch. I can feel it. We're going to put that one down. We may have a patch auto there, guys. When I went to flip it, I could feel a patch. So we'll assume that's a patch auto, and we'll leave that until the end here. Next pack. It is not easy to hit patch autos out of this product, so that's a good sign. We've got a common PCA. Yeah, it's marinating, Anthony. And there's my buddy Nolan McLean for the Metis. Julio Rodriguez, Matt Olson, Maya for the Astros, Christian Yelich. And behind that, we've got, that's a nice card. Topps Arrivals, another JJ Weatherholt for the Cards. Nice. Not a numbered card. Nice looking card. Told you guys, Cardinals. Nobody took them. Those are going to Kragers. Our big winners last week. We got Jackson Churio on the rare. Manny Machado, X-Fractor, and behind that we got a Luke Keyskull on the uncommon. Nice. I did see a Weatherholt patch auto pulled last night too. Can't remember what that was on, but. And there's a Roki to start out with. Not a rookie Roki, but a Roki. He looks stunned in that picture. Look at that. We got Giancarlo. Got Cole Young rookie. And oh, there's an auto. Wow. Gustographs, Alex Bregman going to the Red Sox. I believe that was Gerardo's. Yeah, that is Gerardo's. And that is out of 10, guys. Didn't even notice that. Kind of hard to see. 10 out of 10 on the bookend. That is a nice card going to the Gerardos. That is the team they selected. Turning into a pretty good box, guys. Bregman out of 10. Those Gustograph autographs are pretty hard to pull as well. So, and we got behind that, we got Brian Reynolds to 30. Let's see if we can see that. There he is, Brian Reynolds to 30 for the Pirates. Nice. George Valera on the uncommon. We got Gunnar Henderson on the World's Finest. USA. And behind that, we've got Team Finest Juan Soto for the Metis. Not numbered. Corey Seager on the X-Fractor. And then Xander Bogaerts on the uncommon. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, boo Red Sox. Boo Red Sox. Says the Yankees fan. All right, pack number 5, guys. Or 4.5 because we got one marinating over there. Justin Crawford, rookie. Wyatt Langford. Francisco Lindor. There's a Bobby Witt, common. Ketel Marte. Behind that, we've got a Nick Kurtz to 250. And behind that, we got a Shohei. Nick Kurtz to 250. It's a nice looking card. That's on the common too, by the way. Actually, the Brian Reynolds to 30 was, I think, uncommon. Yeah, that was uncommon. Nice. There's the Shohei. Finest. Behind that, we got another nice card, actually. Got a Mizorowski on the team finest for the Brewers. Not a bad box at all, guys. That makes me happy. Manny Machado on the X-Fractor and Riley Green on the uncommon. All right, last unopened pack, and then we'll get to that patch. We've got Corbin Carroll, Kyle Teel, rookie for the White Sox, Zach Neto. This is considered his rookie? Seems like I pulled a ton of Zach Neto last year. I did not realize this is considered a rookie. Max Fried, Jackson Merrill. We've got a rookie Akimoto for the Blue Jays. We've got a Nolan McLean arrivals for the Medis. We got Green back here, it looks like, too. Kyle Schwarber. We've got Mackenzie Gore uncommon, and behind Schwarber for the Royals. Is that a Cags? No, that's a Bobby Witt to 99. Bobby Witt to 99 going to the Royals. That's the Gaffneys. Nice card, guys. That's uncommon too, by the way. I'll flip that around and show you. Bobby to 99. Uncommon. Nice. All right, guys, let me get some thicker top loaders and things for that patch. Let's see, I'll try this one. I'm going to go ahead and cover the back of that patch. Check out these other cards first, and then we'll get to that hopefully nice patch auto. We got Jordan having a big year. Garrett, we've got two finest arrivals back to back, Harry Ford and Sal Stewart. Nice. We got Jose Corniel on the X-Fractor, and we've got a Shota uncommon. And then behind that, we've got our patch auto. Is this going to be a Cags? Holy cow. Check that out. Sean, I would not worry about that Neto. I would enjoy this Cags patch auto rookie that I just pulled for you guys. I think I told you this was going to be your week last week, didn't I? Wow. Crazy. Nice card. Nice card. Awesome. Well, this break couldn't have gone much better, guys, with the autos and the hits that we had. So I'm pretty stoked. Pretty stoked. That Cags is a big card. That is 59. I don't know if I showed you that. 59 out of 75. Royals win. Royals win. Awesome. I will go ahead and top load and sleeve anything that was uncommon rare, super rare, numbered, all of the inserts, basically anything but the base. Will be well taken care of. We'll go ahead and do a recap of that, guys. Congratulations. Our bigger hits tonight. We got Weatherholt, X-Fractor rookie for the Cardinals. We've got Mizorowski for the Brew Crew. We've got Ohtani on the Finest Timelines. We've got Kurtz to 250. Brian Reynolds to 30. JJ Weatherholt on the arrivals. Colson Montgomery on the rare, rookie for the White Sox. Chase DeLauder to 275. Bobby Witt to 99. 65 out of 99. We've got Alex Bregman, Gustographs. 10 out of 10 on the bookend. And then Cags. Patch Auto. 59 out of 75 for the Royals. Nice looking card. Machete, I don't know if you're on, but he was a little worried earlier that his boxes didn't turn out all that good, and I was hoping and praying that that was not going to be the case for us. So awesome. Very happy for you guys. Big break. All right, let's go ahead and randomize the Project 70 card and the $5 break credit for this break. We'll finish off this break, and then we'll get to the free buyer give you break, guys. All right. I think I'll just go ahead and roll for it since we have 10 spots. I've got the 10-sided dice. Anthony, Yankees don't hit for me, just like they don't hit in games either. Well, again, you could be a Mets fan like me, man. So, any Mets you want? I think everybody's for sale except for Soto, Ewing, and Benj, and McLean probably. Everybody else is fair game. All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and roll for the Project 70, and then I'll spin the wheel for which card it's going to be. I did update the wheel. Let me pull that up. And actually, I cut that Tommy Lasorda in. I was kind of, making fun of that card last week, but it's actually an $8 to $12 card, and it's a fun card actually. It's if somebody gets it tonight, you'll see it's kind of comical to a certain extent. So, all right, let's go ahead and roll. Let's see, we've got spot number 1. Let's go into Reganis. Let's see what card you guys are going to get, Scott. I've got him up there in the corner there. We'll go ahead and spin. One spin. It's going to be card number 8. Card number 8. Let me go ahead and pull those up, guys. Let's see. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there is 8. Card 8 is going to be, that is going to be the Tom Seaver. For the Metis. Project 70. Nice card. Almost kept it. Congratulations, guys. Nice. All right. Feeling pretty good after that break, guys. Not gonna lie. Let me just get some of this stuff moved a little bit, and then we'll get to that buyer givey appreciation break. I'll show you guys your teams again. No trades. I know Kragers were hoping for the Mets, but that was a no-go. Yeah, I think I'll run it back, Anthony. I'm a little afraid I won't be able to top that, though. I'm also not going to lie. I bought 3 boxes. One was for me to keep, so that would have been a nice box for me to hold on to, but that's okay. That's all right. I don't know. Sean, since I hit you that Cags, let me know if you want to part with that Witt. IPC Bobby Witt. So we could come to a deal on that maybe. So guys, here we go with the teams for the buyer appreciation. Again, I appreciate all of you. It was my top 10 buyers since I started this in March. There was a tie for 10th between Matthews and Duncan. So that got randomized during my break last week. Matthews ended up with it. Duncan will get a parting gift. Appreciate all of you and helping me build this over the last 3 to 4 months. So here we go. These are the teams for this break. They were all randomized. You guys didn't select any, obviously. Bell, Padres, Giants, Athletics, Krager, Astros, Cubs, Guardians, Matthews, Rangers, Twins, Marlins, Regatas, Nationals, Red Sox, Pirates, Gerardo, Orioles, Yankees. Again, just like last week, Gerardo's and Rockies. Godfrey, White Sox, Brewers, Mariners, Testa, Blue Jays, Phillies, Cardinals, Carlson, Mets, Braves, and T-backs, Machete, Tigers, Rays, and Angels, Gaffney, Reds, Dodgers, and Royals in this break as well. Why not? Obviously, no Bobby Witt in this product because it's a 2020 product. That's okay. I think we'll rip the box first, and then I'll randomize the cards to you guys. All right. Oh, my pleasure, Anthony. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. But I think tonight's going to turn out fine for you, Sean. $2024, that would have been big with Ellie, although you wouldn't have had. Oh, was there a box top in this one? Oh, I did not realize that. This was not in the 2022, so I did not realize they had box toppers in this. Nice. Empty box, guys. I don't think there's any NIL players in this, but obviously I'll randomize that card if that is the case. I am not prepared for that box top. I did not bring anything to put that in. I'll have to find something here at the shop. Probably, I think there's some comic book holders and things I can probably... Yeah, no, I know you're not complaining, Sean. I know you're not complaining. There are some cards in this set that have multiple players, multiple teams. We'll have to figure out a way to randomize those. Obviously, it's a bigger card. I would give you guys a chance to come to a decision. Well, good luck, guys. And thank you. We're leading off with Framber Valdez, Robel Garcia, Tommy Edman on the private issue. Not a bad card. And behind that, we've got modern artist Cody Bellinger. That is a Dodgers card. We've got Jalen Davis. And we've got featured artists. Oh, well, I guess there's an NIL card. There is an NIL card. We will go ahead and randomize that. Alex Young. There's another Tommy Edman. We've got a Chris Bryant on the foil for the Cubbies. We've got Corey Seager on the Apprentices. Shane Bieber. Ryan McMahon. Carter Kieboom. That's a nice name. Salvador Perez. Got another private issue on the Eloy Jimenez. Elvis Andrews. Keston Hiura. There's Petey Alonso. Matt Olson. And what is that? Oh, that's a nice card. That is a Mike Trout on the Topps Gallery Heritage. For the Angels. I'll have to look into this card. Let's go ahead and take a look at that really quick. Not a huge card. That's okay. A few bucks. Not bad. These are all artist drawings of these cards, which are pretty cool. They kind of got away from this in subsequent years, but it's a pretty neat set. Pretty neat set. We've got Brian Abreu, Alzole. We've got a foil, Paul Goldschmidt for the Cardinals. Those cards on the stand are the cards that I'm randomizing. Each one of you will get a randomized card. Yeah, Anthony. So when I posted about the break, you know, I was giving away a box depending on how well things had been going. So I picked one with 2 autos, obviously. And then I just chose a bunch of random cards from, like, you know, things that we did breaks on and stuff over the last few months. There's some break credit in there. There's a Topps Series 2 hanger. And then there's a Juan Soto case hit. That's about a $25 card, I think, at this point. So each one of you is going to have one of those as well as a thank you. So, yeah. There's our auto, guys. Our first one, we got an Alex Young rookie for the D-backs. Diamondbacks are the Carlsons. Been a minute since I've seen the Carlsons, so walking away with a nice auto. Awesome. We've got Ryan Yarbrough. Yeah, it does. It reminds me of Diamond Kings as well, Sean. Daniel Mengen. There's a Tatis. We've got a JT Realmuto on the foil. We've got a Master and Apprentice. Is that Tony Gwynn and Tatis? It is. And we got an Aaron Judge back there, too. Not bad. Would have been nice if it was an auto, but Kyle Tucker, Jake Rogers, Josh Van Meter. We got a Lou Gehrig Hall of Fame. Byron Buxton, Akiyama, Matt Boyd, Zach Collins, Javi Baez, and Ozzy Albies. Rounding that out. I do have another box of this. I got a box of 2021 Gallery. I'm hoping to get more of the 2022. And I got some other fun stuff for us coming up too. We've got Ketel Marte, Kim. We've got a Pete Alonso, similar to the Trouty, for the Mets. JD Martinez. And there's a Trout. Rodriguez. We've got a foil, Ronald Acuna Jr. We've got a Master and Apprentice, Don Mattingly and Aaron Judge. That's a nice looking card. Got a Vladdy Jr., Bo Bichette rookie, Chris Sale, Tsutsugo, Modern Artist Gavin Lux, Lane Thomas. There's a Juan Soto on the Nationals. The base Ronald Acuna, Blake Snell, Laureano, and Aaron Savale for the Guards. Never actually seen a box of this opened, but I've enjoyed the Topps Gallery, so I thought, why not? We got 2 autos instead of 1. Let's see what this is. A few dollars as well. All right, guys, we should be hitting our second auto here soon. I think it's in here, actually. The auto may be in this pile. Matt Thaiss, Paul Goldschmidt, Chris Bryant. We've got a foil, Kyle Schwarber when he was on the Cubbies. Martin Maldonado, Ryu. There's the base Kyle Schwarber. Anthony K. rookie. We've got a Francisco Lindor on the Guardians. Joey Votto. Cesar Hernandez, Marwin Gonzalez, Miguel Cabrera, and Master and Apprentice. That is a Roberto Alomar and Bo Bichette, it looks like. That is nice card. Adam Halsley, Tinoco, Whit Merrifield. We've got a Savale on the foil, Willie Mays, Masters, and a Nico Horner rookie. So our last auto was not in there, so it's going to be in this one. Good luck, guys. I collected a lot of Don Ross, a lot of Fleer back in the day. I loved Upper Deck. And Stadium Club. Top Stadium Club I collected a lot of when I was younger. Got Noah Syndergaard. Tauschman, Seth Brown. There's a Nolan Ryan Hall of Fame. Yamaguchi for the Blue Jays. Dean Dietz for the Astros, I think. Yordan Alvarez, rookie for the Astros. We got a Matt Olson. We've got Clayton Kershaw on the Heritage. Xander Bogaerts. George Springer. DJ Stewart. We got Ryu on the, I think this is going to be our auto behind him because that's backwards. We'll put that back there. Nick Solar. Francisco Lindor. Eric Hosmer. Anthony Rizzo on the Cubbies. We got a Master and Apprentice. It looks like that is going to be Ortiz and Rafi. Yep, Devers. And Patrick Sandoval. We'll get to that last auto here. Last auto is going to be Ryan McMahon for the Rockies. The Rocky spot is... Who was the Rocky spot? That was Gerardo's. Gerardo's hit the Ryan McMahon. Congratulations, guys. A Yankee. Not playing well, but he's a Yankee. All right, guys. Modern Artists. Let's see. How big of a card is this? I'm assuming there was one of these in every box. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and randomize this later. This really isn't, it's like $1 card basically. So I will randomize that later. All right, guys. So the two autos out of that, some nice base cards. The two autos were Ryan McMahon and Alex Young, D-backs and Rocky spots. So thank you, guys. All right, let's go ahead and see what's in the box loader. It says look for original paintings. That's pretty cool. And it's an Anthony Rizzo box topper. Not an original painting, but Anthony Rizzo for the Cubs. Non-numbered. Going to the Cubs spot, that is the Kragers. I will get that protected for you guys before I leave tonight. So cool. So again, thank you everybody. Appreciate all of you. We'll go ahead and do the random cards up on the shelf here. I'm just going to go in order like I had said on the posts, 1 through 10. Bells will go first. Krager, Matthews, Reganis, Gerardo, Godfrey, Testa, Carlson, Machete, and then Gaffney. You hit the number on the wheel, you hit the card. You do have to rip open the top Series 2 hanger box. I'm not going to ship that to you. We'll let you pick it up without seeing what's inside. So, so we'll go ahead and do that now, guys. So, you know, there's various cards up here. We've got, actually, I'll show you some of them. We got some Judge cards. We've got Nick Kurtz rookies. We've got break credit. Lots of inserts, numbered cards out of Chrome Platinum. We've got a Judge Archives Snapshots base card. That Hunter Pence is out of 50. There's a Chandler Simpson auto. That Paul Goldschmidt is out of 50, out of Top Series 2. $5 and $10 break credit, and also card number 11 up there is a random Project 70 card. And then, like I said, we got the hanger box and we got the Juan Soto case hit in spot 24. So we'll go ahead and we'll randomize those to you guys. I collected a lot of Upper Deck baseball and actually basketball, Anthony, back in the day. So I got a lot of Jordan stuff out of Upper Deck over the years. Sorry guys, just getting my wheel for this, and there's a commercial, of course, on the app. For some reason, I collected a ton of Fleer, and I can't remember the year. It may have been 91, maybe 92, when they had that ugly green border. I had so many of those cards. It was insane. And now they're worth $0. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So there's a wheel 1 through 25. We're going to start with Anthony Bell. Anthony is getting card number 5, which is $5 break credit. So that is going to you, Anthony. Card number 5, $5 break credit. Appreciate you. All right. Let's see what's next. We've got Kragers getting card number 19. That is an Ethan Holiday. First Bowman for the Kragers. Next up is Matthews. Matthews is getting card number 4. Card number 4 is the Marcelo Mayer out of 150 out of Topps Chrome Platinum this year. One of our favorite breaks. Next up is Ruganis. Getting card number 25, the Shohei Electric Sluggers out of Bowman. Next up is the Gerardos. Gerardos are getting card number 14, which is the soon-to-be retired Justin Verlander out of 99. Topps Chrome Platinum. Godfreys are up next. Godfreys with card number 16, which is the Ann Hop number to 150 out of Chrome Platinum. Testas are up next. Testas are getting card number 11, which is a random Project 70 card. I'll randomize that at the end, Chris. Next up is the Carlsons. Carlsons are getting Card number 17, which is a $10 break credit. Congratulations to them. Next up is Machete. Machete is getting card number 3, which is a Spencer Strider X-Fractor out of Topps Chrome Platinum. These are actually, I think, about 100 on the print, even though they're not numbered. So these are much bigger cards than people were realizing as we were breaking this stuff. So there's Spencer Strider. And then last but not least, the winners of the 26 Topps Finest break, the Gaffneys, getting card number 8. And that is Juan Soto's Rails and Sales out of 2025 Topps Chrome Platinum. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate all of you. Duncan, I don't know if you're on here because I can't see, but your parting gift is going to be for being tied. I know you're an Angels fan. I'm assuming you're an Angels fan because you select the Angels all the time. But as a parting gift, hooking you up with the Mike Trout Archive Snapshots card and Caden Dana to 150 out of Inception. So those cards are for you. I'll have those for you here at the shop. All right, guys, I'm just going to randomize that Project 70 card quick for the Testas. We'll see which one you guys get. And then we'll talk a little bit about future breaks, my summer schedule, and what to expect going forward. All right, I think number 8 needs to be disabled, so there we go. That is our wheel for the Topps Project 70 cards. Card number 2, right on top there. That makes my life easy. There we go, number 2. And that is Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts for the Dodgers. I think this print run was like 4,400 if I remember correctly on this card. And this is a Ben Baller card it's a Ben Baller card if I remember correctly. Yeah, so cool. Going to Testas. There you guys go. Well, great, guys. Like I said, I appreciate all of you. Glad we can go ahead and do a buyer appreciation break. The last month and a half has really been great. We filled all of our breaks, hit some really nice cards. So hopefully we can keep that going. I'm debating what to post for next week. I have Topps Finest. I may do that. I have 2022 Gypsy Queen. I have 2024 Topps Pro Debut, which is a great set. That has Skeens autos in it. That has Jacob Mizrowski autos in it. I actually had a Mizrachi auto out of that a couple years ago. Anthony, I don't know. I may hold on to those just to use in the future. We could talk. Anyway, so I have Gypsy Queen. The Pro Debut. That's what we were talking about. So there's Skeens and Mizrachi autos in that box. They're not considered rookies because they're minor league cards, but they're still pretty big cards. And there's a host of other autos in that box. If I go with that one, I'll post a checklist. I don't think Ellie has an auto in that product, if I remember correctly, but I think Churno has an auto in that product. I think Dominguez may have an auto in that product. I'm trying to think who were the chasers back then, but I do have a box of that. I have more Topps Chrome Platinum, including blasters. Caminero may have an auto in there too. But if you check out the Topps 2024 Pro Debut checklist, you'll see Anthony. And it's a jumbo box that I have. So there's 3 autos. The hobby box has had 4, but the autos, you had a better chance of hitting like a numbered auto out of the jumbo. So when I purchased it, I went with that. Plus, I got a really good price on it. So you guys are going to get a good price on it. And then there's Topps Chrome coming. So I have that. I'm probably going to do a Topps Chrome Hobby. I think that's the end of July that comes out. So I may do that week. Not cheap, unfortunately. I didn't bother getting the jumbo because, that break would have been, $55+ a spot. So I think what I'm going to do is the hobby where you are guaranteed 1 auto, and then probably mix it with, and I don't know if you guys saw these, the Topps Finest mega boxes. They have them here in the shop. These are actually retail boxes, so you can find them in some retail stores as well. The price here is the same as you find out in retail land, so it's $70 plus tax. So I think when I go to do Topps Chrome, just to make sure that people are getting, cards in that break, I'll probably do a box of the hobby and a box of the Topps Finest Mega. So yeah, we did 2023 Pro Debut before, Anthony. So it's a fun rip. I mean, when those cards came out, those boxes were, really reasonable, and they're running it again this year, and I'm hoping they're going to be reasonable. But, like the jumbo box, I think was like 160, and that had 3 autos in it. And then the hobby with 4 autos, I think, was like 120, if I'm not mistaken. Now they're much more expensive. They're like, the jumbos are around $300, just like every other, hobby box right now. So yeah, so that's my plan. I'll kind of post. I won't be breaking next week. I'll be away. I'll try to break the following week, and going forward the rest of the summer. I plan on doing another buyer appreciation break at some point. I think probably around the holiday. I'm hoping to do something during Topps Rip Night in September here at the shop. If you guys haven't come to a Topps Rip Night here at AAN Collect, they're pretty awesome. There was over 100 people. I think there was 125 people here last year. Nick and Joe gave away an insane amount of product. It's a great night. Lots of collectors, lots of kids, lots of happy kids. So I would encourage you guys in September. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen again, to come down and be a part of that. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably break during that. That's the hope. What do I think about Topps taking off the shrink wrap to prevent immediate resale? Not complaining. Not complaining. The hard part now is finding things that are reasonable for you guys. When I go to break, even Topps Finest, there's not a ton of cards in that. So at $42, um, that's it's a tough price point, especially if I'm doing $40+ breaks every week. So um, if that's going to keep the price down, I think from what I understand, there's going to be some other way for you to, like, they're going to put another seal on it potentially to say that it came from Topps, so that nobody rifled through it. Probably similar to like the stickers I use on some of the bigger cards and stuff. I don't know that for sure though, so don't quote me on that. But if it's going to keep the price down and we can do reasonable breaks, I'm all for it. That's the hardest part of this. I can't go buying, $4,000 cases. So I'm buying a few boxes at a time. And, we have a really fun break, like with Topps Finest, for example. Right now, those boxes are going for $470. The break was $42 times 10. So, if I were to break that again, it would probably be a $52 break if I had to use anything past what I currently have in my pile. So that's what's hard. I can't, buy thousands of dollars worth of product every time something new comes out. And I want to keep things reasonable for you guys. So I'm on the secondary market constantly trying to find deals on things that I can give to you guys that are, excuse me, a good price. And I think I've done that recently with Gypsy Queen Pro Debut. And I'm trying to think of what else I have coming. Oh, I have Topps Heritage Mini coming 2024. So we ripped a box of that. One of my favorite products. I've hit some huge cards out of that. I actually found a box that was reasonable that I'm supposed to be getting today, I think, actually. So we'll run that one back as well. I have another box of Chris Berman. There's some neat cards coming out with Topps too. You're going to start to see some of those shorter print specialty cards coming out, similar to Shoebox, which I think there's going to be another run of something similar this year. We won't see Bob Ross this year because Bob Ross's estate is heavily involved in that, and they okay all the artwork, and that takes over a year to do that. So that's why you see Bob Ross every other year. So we had it in 25, we had it in 23. I'm assuming we'll have that next year, but there is some other cool stuff coming out. So there's a short print series, I think in 2 weeks. Let me pull it up on the release calendar. Now this is the type of stuff that I like, but yeah, so on the 20th, Topps is dropping MLB times KAWS. I don't know if it's KAWS or KAWS, but he's an artist. I think he's like a street artist and stuff, and he's coming out with some pretty neat looking cards. So I'm hoping to get my hands on some of those and break that. I'm not sure how many cards are in that set. I may have to mix that with something, depending on how many cards you get in that and how expensive it is. To me, these Topps Finest megas are a great way to do it. So like I said, I don't know if you heard it, any of you were here at the very beginning of the stream, but the box that I opened last night of the megas, just to get ready for today and know what I was breaking, I had a Savage to $250. I had a Mizorowski card that's worth like $15. Bunch of nice looking X-Fractors. All of them are, pretty decent names. Yeah, graffiti artist. Yeah. So I'm excited when some of those things come out too. I'll, try to keep getting my hands on as much of that stuff as possible. So yeah. I do have time for personals. I don't know if anybody's interested in a Topps Finest Mega. It'll be like $76. That's how much they are with tax at the shop. I can rip a couple open if anybody wants them. Then I'll pay Nick and Joe. Up to you guys. I grabbed 2 just in case. Go ahead and clear this other stuff out. If you guys are interested. I may have some Chrome Platinum blasters that I put up for sale. I'm debating what to do with those. I was kind of stalking Target's website because they kept going on and off their website. I was able to get 10 total, which is pretty amazing. Could probably do a break with some of those too. And then I have another box of the hobby with that. So yeah, let me know if any of you guys are interested. If not, I will probably call it a night. Again, thank you to all of my buyers thus far. The more we build this, the bigger the breaks can be. I'm hoping maybe to get to 15-person breaks going forward. Keeps the cost down. Can allow me to get some more cards in these breaks. And I think we're close to that, to be honest. I think we're really close to that, and I may try to spread it out to 15 one of the next 2 breaks. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm not seeing anybody interested in a personal tonight. Yeah, Sean, I wouldn't push your luck either. I don't blame you. And Sean, I mean, those were pretty big cards you got. I'm gonna probably hold on to those, and I'll get those to you somehow. I'll drop them off when I drive by. So don't come to the shop for your cards. I'll drop them off as long as you're good with that. Give me the okay, and that's what I'll do. All right, guys. So thank you. I'll be in touch with the next breaks. Again, not breaking next week, but I'll post one. Have an awesome couple of weeks if I don't see you guys. Yep, I will do that, Sean. I hope all of you stay healthy and enjoy.